Ahoy there! Hello fellas, it's Frankie Day here on YouTube. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little sail day I had yesterday with my Douglas Craig Hartman tug. I was out there probably about 6 more hours after I shut the video down. I had a wonderful time. I got kind of tanned a little bit and sunburned out there, but it was good. I enjoyed myself out there and run the old tug. She needs to get run once in a while. So that'll be that. Okay folks, the topic of the video for this evening is update number 3 for my personal build on the Airfix 124 at Focke Wulf 190. And right now she's ready to be pre-shaded and ready to be painted in her final colors. So far, thus far in the construction, the airplane is built in its entirety, with the exception of the propeller, the canopy, and other parts, which I'll probably get on that probably later on this evening, but probably less doubtful because I'll probably be working on my Denmark. I want to get the hull planked on that Denmark, so I can get that going for you fellas too. So I'm shaking down some of these builds and working on that Victory ship as well. Okay guys, so we'll take a look at the Focke Wulf, and I'll show you how much is done on her, and I explain exactly what needs to be done and I'll bring back the video to yours truly and finish up the video. Okay guys, focus your peepers, here we go. Okay fellas, there she is right there. Alright, I got another Lazy Susan right here. Give her a little bit of a spin right here. So far she's got 4 coats of primer on her. She didn't acquire too much filling. The only filling that was needed on this kit is right in this area right in here, and I got that down to a T, so it's pretty good. So I don't have to worry about any bad fit issues at all, because it went together pretty well. But there's a word of caution, folks, building this here kit. Now, those of you who constructed this kit before, and those of you who have one of these in the stash, there's one thing you gotta look out for. Like I cannot stress this any more than I've done it with the past 2 videos. This thing's a flash peg because the molds are old. So like I say folks, using the back of a number 11 blade right here, this number 11 blade right here folks, you scrape all those parts off, make sure they're good and clean, and I'll use your sanding stick of choice and make sure that it's good and clean. Prime, paint, and put together, and that'll be that. So right, and the next issue is too folks, is on the engine on here, is BMI engine that the Focke Wulf was powered by. On the instructions, it shows you to put the engine, glue the engine to the firewall engine mounts. Now if you do that, you're going to have problems putting the fuselage together and joining the bottom wing, because what it's going to do is, I don't know what it is folks was causing that, and maybe there's a trick to assembling it, and I found out what the trick is, and I'll express the trick after I tell you the problems that I came on this thing. Only problem I had folks, I was about ready to pull the hairs off my mustache and make a paintbrush out of it. This year I had problems joining the fuselage. I said, what in the hell's going on here? And so the bottom wing has to button up the fuselage. What it does, it pulls in the fuselage and makes the parts it put too much pressure against the side of the fuselage. And what it does, it's hard to put the cowling ring on there. And also, the cooling fan will protrude past the cowling vent, the cowling ring, and it shouldn't do that on the real machine. The outer edges of the fan should be flush with the inside of the cowling ring. And so what I did, I took the motor out, removed it from the engine mounts, and the holes were still locating holes were still present on the motor mount for the back of the engine, which hooks up to the which affixes to the motor mounts. And I went ahead and glued the fuselage together to the wing and let it dry using ACC glue. I let it dry for about 24 hours, came back, popped the engine, stuck right back in the motor mounts, and it went in like a glove. I couldn't believe it. So I don't know what the problem was folks, so here's a word of caution right here, and also a hint too. Make sure that you put the fuselage together first before you put the engine in there. And make sure that the firewall and the engine mounts are glued inside the fuselage first. Then you take the back of the engine, you can plug it in back to your engine mounts, and you're good to go. So a little filling here and there. I lowered the landing gear struts so she can sit on her legs. They're retractable. This is a functional model. I'm not going to make a habit of playing around with the landing gear because I don't think this kit was designed to be as a toy. It's more or less as a gimmick model is to show you how this thing works. So this is going together pretty good, folks. Like I said earlier in the video, it's already applied 4 coats of primer. And let that primer dry good for 24 hours. Then I go and give it some pre-shading. Once the pre-shading is all done, I'm going to go ahead and go to the finishing colors and finish up the build. I go to something else. So, like I say, folks, this thing is going together quite well. I'm very happy with this airplane. And it's another added addition to my 124 squadron of Airfix 124 kits. These 124 kits, they do need a lot of attention to it, to assemble it, because there's fit issues and everything else. Well, so far I overcome the fit issues of this kit by trimming all the flash off the kit. So that actually, the battle was won in that perspective. And so like I say, only fuss I had, folks, is just the engine. And so I got the engine, I got the trick of putting that in there. So after the engine was in place, I went ahead and glued the top inspection panel over here and let the side inspection panels open to reveal the engine when it's all finished. And put tissue inside there for maskings. I don't want no overspray or anything, getting the RML gray and the rest of the finished colors. And so my FW-190's Butcher Bird is looking good. That's probably one of my favorite aircraft for the German Luftwaffe is the Butcher Bird. The Focke Wulf looks like a mean, sexy machine. And adversaries agree. So anyway, folks, this concludes video number 3 for my personal build for the Airfix 124 FW-190A Focke Wulf Butcher Bird. And next video will probably be the pre-shading, and the rest of the parts that are on this kit will probably be attached. Also, I'll have the prop painted and assembled, and the prop will go on last after the aircraft has been done. So it's going along quite good, folks. I'm very happy with it so far. Take my time, guys. I'll probably, if I don't get done this week, I'll get done next week. No foot race here. The slower I build them, the better they look. Like I say, folks, take your time. Because when you look at a model, man, after you work on it for a while, you stand back and look at it, you start finding problems that don't look right. So you gotta kind of take my rule of thumb is only work so long and knock off, and come back and look at the model. Anything that you missed like that, you can catch on later when you resume back to the construction. Okay, folks, that concludes video number 3 for my personal build here, and we'll get back to me right here and finish up the video here. Ah, here I is. Okay, guys, that'll be that. So next video will probably be number 4 for my Focke Wulf. So after this video, I'm going to go ahead and let the Focke Wulf dry. And I'm going to go back on the dam mark and start getting that hull planked. And it's been calling on me, so I want to get that thing ready to be planked out. So next time, fellas, when you see the dam mark here, it'll be planked. And it's going to be a fun build. I'm going to put some LEDs inside of it, make it light up and everything. It'll be a nice project when it gets done. Okay, guys, it's time for you to get out of here right now. I got things to do right now. And no place to go but here. So you find me here on the next video. Will probably be it'll be Thursday or Friday. Okay, guys, time for you to sign off right now, and God love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Happy modeling. Please subscribe. Make Mama happy. Be good. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, fellas.